whatever, I'll deal with that. I just want to make it through this week and then take it with a grain of salt. But I'm like, okay, everybody's pretty much like, yeah, like you're good. There's nothing like that can go wrong as long as you're like just chill and making it through this week. So I'm like, okay, that's good. Yeah. That makes me feel good. Michael said he hasn't heard anyone mention anything otherwise. And I'm like, all right, make it through this week. And then hopefully win next week and establish some sort of plan. If not, I'll figure it out as it goes. Just,
I mean, you were pretty much saying exactly how I'm feeling too right now. That's why I was in the car room because Taylor pulled me in there yesterday. I think she was just kind of, I don't know. I think she was just kind of getting freaked out about we're so down to the wire and things like that. And then I'm like, okay, we were talking in the car room. This is weird. I'm like, come on now. And of course, Monty comes out. I'm like, great. Me and Taylor whispering in the car room. Sure, that doesn't look suspicious at all. And then Turner came in. I was like, great, maybe let's just, we're all four here. Let's just talk. So I closed the room. I was like, guys, where are the votes this week? What's going on? And like I told you, kind of weighed the pros and cons, you know. Of course, I'm acting like I'm entertaining it a lot more just because I don't want to do any sort of red flag thing. But like I've always been locked in on you. Yeah. I know Taylor feels the same way.
Okay.
Too. And that's why I was kind of telling you that Monty was a little bit more stressing the opposite side. But he could have been doing this. He could have been, you know, not showing his cards too. Yeah. Turner was kind of quiet. And then was saying a little bit of Terrence. But then I don't even know how we got back on. I don't know. We just eventually got back on. And I mean, Taylor and I know that as long as it's us two, it doesn't really matter because it's, you know, Michael's the break and I know for sure he wants Terrence out. So.
And I know that Terrence kind of throwing around his name. So I couldn't see him keeping him. I think he did something like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Before the beginning of the week or something. So I couldn't see him wanting to keep him. So I'm like, okay. But yeah, if it came down to it, I feel good with you and Taylor. And
Yeah, and Turner was more quiet in that. In that four. He wasn't pushing as much, so.
And I just talked to Wendy for a little bit, and it was more of like, I really want to be here and play my own game, and like, I would be devastated if I left because I just got here.
He didn't try to change his relationships or anything.
No.
I know. He told me
That's good. He's like, I'm pretty sure everyone's on the same page, so just, you're good. And I'm like, okay, that's.
Yeah, and that's how the conversation ended up. That it was like, no, like Terrence and Monty even said that, and then all of a sudden, okay, great, okay, perfect.
Okay,
that's what we're doing. So
good. I feel good, and I'm gonna chill out. And then I was like, maybe tomorrow I'll just, like, I asked Taylor, I'm like, what do I do?